Have you ever tried to get an AI to do something and it just doesn't work? You know it's powerful, but getting it to respond perfectly every single time can feel impossible. Well, it turns out there's a secret language that unlocks all of that power. Today, we're going to crack the code on what are called chat templates. Let's dive in.
We have all been there, right? You ask a totally simple question, and the AI just goes completely off the rails. It gets confused, or it gives you a response that's, well, just plain weird. It feels totally random, but here's the thing, it's not. It's often because we're not speaking its native language, and that's exactly the problem we're going to solve today.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by really digging into what I call the AI whispering problem. Then we'll define what these chat templates actually are. After that, and this is the really cool part, we'll see how different AIs have their own unique dialects, what kind of advanced features this stuff unlocks, and we'll wrap up with the simple rules you need for a perfect conversation.
Okay, first up, the AI whispering problem. This is all about that huge gap between a model's incredible, raw intelligence and its ability to actually have a helpful, coherent conversation with you. It all starts with understanding that there are two main types of models. On one side, you've got your base models. Think of these as these massive, brilliant engines that are just trained on the entire internet to do one thing: predict the next word. They have unbelievable raw potential. But on the other side, you have instruct models. These are base models that have gone through a special kind of training. They've been fine-tuned specifically to follow instructions. They are built for dialogue.
So how do we connect our instructions to that fine-tuned model? This brings us to the hero of our story, chat templates. Seriously, you should think of these as the Rosetta Stone for talking to AI. They're what translate our human way of talking into a structure the model can perfectly understand.
So, what is a chat template really? At its core, it's just a set of rules and special little markers or tokens that wrap around our conversation. It's a format that clearly tells the model who is speaking. Is it a system instruction? Is it you, the user? Or is it the AI assistant replying? It lays out the whole flow of the conversation so there's no confusion.
And trust me, this matters a lot. Without a proper template, the model can totally lose track of who said what. It can forget the context of the conversation after just a couple of messages, and it will completely fail at more advanced things. The template is the backbone. It provides that stable structure needed for everything from remembering what you're talking about to using external tools, which we'll get to in just a minute.
All right, now we are at what I think is the most important part of this whole explainer. If you take away one thing, let it be this. Not all AI models speak the same language. Each one has its own unique dialect, its own special syntax for how a conversation needs to be formatted.
And to make this crystal clear, let's just take a super simple back and forth. Hello, hi there. And let's see how that one simple exchange has to be formatted for two different, very popular models.
First up, let's look at a model that uses the ChatML format. See those special tags? Capital IM start and capital IM end? They're basically like conversational quotation marks. They wrap around every single message and clearly state who is speaking: the system, the user, or the assistant.
Okay, now look at the Mistral format for that exact same conversation. See how different that is? There are no imstart tags here. Instead, it uses instant and instart to bracket the user's instruction. The assistant's reply just follows right after. It's the same conversation, but it's a completely different language.
And this variety is absolutely key. As you can see, these different models handle everything from system messages to the boundaries of a message in their own unique ways. Llama 3, Mistral, Qwen 2, they all have their own rulebook. And the most important point is this: you have to use the right dialect for the model you're talking to. If you don't, it just won't understand you correctly. It's that simple.
But this is about so much more than just getting clear answers to simple questions. When you use the right template, you unlock a whole new level of what these models can do. Let's see what happens when we go beyond just a simple chat.
Using the proper template is literally the key that unlocks these incredibly powerful features. You want your AI to be able to check the current weather using a live API? That's tool use. You want it to understand a picture you sent it? That's a multimodal input. These complex, amazing tasks are only possible because the template provides a structure for the model to understand these new kinds of information. For instance, a template can be built to handle external tools. It creates a specific, structured section right there in the conversation for the tool call and the tool output. This structure is literally how the model knows, okay, now I need to use a tool. and then how it understands the information it gets back. It is an incredibly powerful concept.
Okay, so how do we put all this into practice? Let's go over the final set of rules you need to become a truly fluent AI whisperer.
Here are the 4 do's you absolutely need to remember. First, be consistent. Use the right template for your model every single time. It's not optional if you want predictable results. Second, always define the roles clearly so the model never gets confused about who's talking. Third, manage your context. Remember that every model has a memory limit, what we call a token limit. Think of tokens as pieces of words, and if your conversation gets too long, it'll start forgetting the beginning. And finally, validate. Just do a quick check of your message structure before you send it. It can save you from a nonsensical answer.
And on the flip side, here are the big don'ts, the common pitfalls you want to avoid. Never, ever mix different template formats. That's like trying to speak 2 languages in the same sentence and expecting someone to understand you. Keep an eye on those token limits, because once you hit them, the AI's memory starts to fail. And most importantly, don't ignore the model-specific rules we just talked about. These common mistakes are the #1 reason AIs act so confusingly.
When it all comes down to it, it's this. When you master chat templates, you stop having these confusing, one-sided monologues with an AI. You actually start having clear, productive, and genuinely powerful dialogues.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Your AI has a native language, its own specific dialect. The key to unlocking its absolute true potential is actually pretty simple. Are you speaking it?